as one of the greatest in the world. Italy has never had an Italian champion. Adesanya, obviously, this is his first fight back after fighting Jan Blachowicz up at light heavyweight. Had an unfortunate loss to Jan Blachowicz. The fight didn't go the way people expected. Or maybe it did, depending on how you thought that fight was going to go. I don't think that fight hurt Adesanya at all.
Yeah, well,
I think it showed, hey, he's human, but I don't think it really hurt his credentials. Did it show how good Blachowicz was?
he's not afraid to lose.
He's not afraid to lose, and he handled it like a true champion. He handled it and gave Jan every praise, every award, every. He said that was a great fight. It was a great fight, and honestly, depending on how you scored it at home, don't know how you did it. It might have been a lot closer than the refs had it.
I don't know. The last 3 fights with Adesanya is one of the biggest draws in the UFC. Can't deny it. Adesanya, last 3 fights, he beat Paulo Costa dominantly. Blake,
Dominantly.
you were pretty hard on Costa, which is understandable
I was
that was
I was high on Costa.
high on
you
picked Costa.
High,
You picked Costa. No, I didn't.
I don't have a hard on for Costa.
You had a hard on for Costa. You had a hard on for Costa.
I didn't have a hard on for Costa.
And,
I thought Costa had a lot of power. Now I think he's a blubbering bitch.
It was understandable.
I think
at the time.
I think Bellator is calling Paulo Costa.
For a lot of the time, it was understandable. But then Jan Blachowicz, he went up in a weight class, and we both picked Jan Blachowicz to beat Dominic Reyes.
Yes.
So that needs to be noted, is that we did trust Jan, but
Yes.
we did also pick Adesanya to win that fight. Both of us did.
We did actually.
So
we did. I think when I picked,
we did give Jan credit for sure, but
on air,
we did pick Adesanya.
I think on my actual Twitter picks that we put out every week, I think I actually picked Blachowicz.
Prove it. Yeah,
My
right.
phone's recording us, or else
Yeah,
I'm
right.
now. But
It's
I guess I can get on Twitter here.
so Adesanya is a huge draw. He's been on 3 of our biggest, things. Like he's one of the best in the sport. So I go back to Marvin Vettori's fight with Kevin Holland, and Kevin Holland was piecing him up on the feet, for sure. But then he was easily able to take down Kevin Holland and just kind of hold him there. Marvin Vettori's not a boring fighter. He's not a... And I heard someone give me this argument. Not give me, but the argument that Kevin Holland has more power than Israel Adesanya. Do you think that's true?
No.
More power?
No.
Not a better striker.
Nope.
Not a better striker, but like more power in their punches because he put away Joaquin Buckley? No?
I don't. The reason I don't is because I think with precision comes power. If you have a more precise shot, you're going to be more powerful. And I think Adesanya proved by knocking out Costa with a very awkward-looking shot. He didn't cleanly connect, and he was able to knock Costa down and out.
Yeah,
I
more
don't
power.
think Kevin Holland has more... Now, if they stood there, and if you're going to ask me who punches harder, because I think there's a difference between punching hard and having more power. Because if you're if you're laying a precision shot, I don't have to have as much power to knock you out, or is that what we're considering power? Because I can punch you really hard, but if I'm off target, it's not going to do shit.
No, it's
I think Adesanya is so direct and so technical. When he lands, that's going to knock you out. So in my opinion, that's more power.
Well, we can all agree Kevin Holland's a great striker. He's a very good striker. Kevin Holland's good. Against Vettori, he got taken down and he got held there and he couldn't stop it. And we all kind of knew how that fight would go. So it was not a very entertaining fight. The thing that brings this fight entertainment is they've already fought. They've already had that matchup. Split decision. Vettori probably won 1 round, realistically. And the other 2 were to Adesanya. So a lot of people saw it unanimous to Adesanya. The fact that we're even here for a split decision is kind of crazy. But, here we are. So if you want me to just put it bluntly, Marvin Vettori, you're Italian, I'm Italian, but
you're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. Okay?
That will never be overplayed on this show. It's going to be a constant thing.
You're not that guy. You're not that guy, Marvin. You're not that guy. pal.
So
You're not that guy.
So I guess give me a good breakdown here, because I actually believe that Vettori could be one of the.
If he can take him down.
No, hold on. Just let me. I think Marvin can be somebody that definitely challenges Adesanya. Yeah, granted, they fought 3 years ago. 3 years ago, Izzy wasn't the same fighter he is today by a long shot.
Neither is
3 years
Marvin.
ago, Marvin wasn't the same fighter he is today by a long shot.
But they still had that experience. They still danced together.
Which is why I like it, because there's some sort of familiarity between the two of them.
In the UFC too, it's not like it was like Weidman,
it wasn't
Uriah
LAF,
Hall.
it wasn't FAC, it wasn't any of these outside organizations. It was on the main stage. Marvin does have good takedown ability. I also believe Marvin is stronger. I don't believe he has more power. I believe he is stronger. Now, he might have more power, but again, it goes back to that decision is what's power and what is strength. You know what I mean? I think he's stronger. I don't know if his striking is obviously nowhere compared to Adesanya. Adesanya is hands down the best in the middleweight division, if not in all of. I mean, he might be the best striker in all of UFC. I would put my hat on that. No, I don't think anybody's really going to argue that point. No, nobody's going to argue that point. I like it, Officer Josh. Okay. So what intrigues me about this is that there is that familiarity. This is the first time Izzy's fought somebody twice. Am I correct?
In the UFC, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what intrigues me maybe the most, is that Izzy has familiarity with this guy, but this guy also has familiarity with Izzy.
That's true. It's a double entendre.
Exactly. So it's just one of those fights that you're like, it opens kind of a new door. I think a lot of people thought the next fight that Izzy took was going to be a step back after he lost to Jan. People thought, oh, okay, now Izzy's human, yada, 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 whatever.
Man.
I think this is now a new door that we're going to open into Izzy's game. Is he going to be able to fight somebody that he's fought before? Because in my mind, I believe that Izzy probably has photographic memory. If he's fought you once, he knows your style. Kind of like how, and this is kind of an off-topic comparison, but Patrick Mahomes, as a quarterback, has photographic memory. If he's played you once, he knows your coverages, he knows everything. That's why when he plays you again, and you can ask the Raiders about this, you can ask the Chargers about this, you can ask the Denver Broncos about this. If he plays you once, he's got you. You can ask Tom Brady about this, even though they did lose in the Super Bowl. If he plays you once, he knows your moves. I think Adesanya is just like that. We just haven't gotten a chance to see him. So either this is going to be embarrassing for Vettori, or Izzy, or Vettori has excelled so much since that last fight that he's going to surprise Izzy. I think it's going to be one or the other. I don't think it's going to be like an super amazing match all the way till the very end, and like, man, at the very last second something happens or it goes to decision. I don't think it's going to go to decision. I do believe, unless Izzy just can't stop the takedown and Marvin decides to just hold him down and dominate him for 5 rounds, which I do not believe is going to happen. I believe Izzy, photographic memory, knows where the shots are going to be placed, understands his opponent for the first time he's facing somebody for the second time, puts on a show, or gets finished. I think this is a great. If you are a UFC scholar or an MMA scholar and somebody who just loves studying the game, somebody who loves covering it, this is a fight that you can't miss. One of the best in the game, Israel Adesanya. Contender, one of the best in the division, Marvin Vettori. First look at how Izzy handles somebody he's fought before. I don't know what you think, but I think this is going to be a match that is going to be studied from UFC scholars.
That's fantastic. Right there. I mean, Adesanya, I take it 3 ways. Adesanya is one of the reasons why we do this shit.
100%.
Adesanya is...
He is that guy.
He is that guy. Adesanya lost the 205, but he's coming right back down to 185 to fight Marvin Vettori, a guy he's already beat. And so, I like Vettori, but I see Adesanya outpiecing him.
Yeah.
I just see him like outpointing him, outdoing him. But what if Vettori can get the takedown? What if he can? Then you have Adesanya on your back, and then a couple rounds maybe. But he's not gonna do any damage. Once he gets you on the ground, he will not do damage. He will hold you there.
It'll be kind of reminiscent of the
So-
Jan Blachowicz fight. Jan knew that he didn't have to do damage. He just had to take Izzy down because he had so much weight advantage. That's the difference.
Yeah, it took Jan like
Izzy
3
was able
rounds.
to get up under Vettori last time.
Well, think of what did Izzy weigh in at? He weighed at
For
like
the Jan fight or for this
yeah
last
for
fight?
the on fight. He weighed in
at 200.
Well, they
I
don't
believe.
weigh in until tomorrow, but
Are you talking about for the last fight or for the first fight against
for
Vettori?
Jan,
Yeah,
for
for
Jan,
his fight
he
against Jan, he weighed in about 202, 203.
it was like 200,
Yeah.
bro. It was like
I know.
yeah,
He said he was going to weigh in at 190.
yeah.
And then we all obviously knew that was a fucking
He did
lie.
not. It felt like
But
he
Jan
didn't
probably
give a
weighed
fuck,
in
but
at 2 what?
yeah,
He had to
220.
weigh
Yeah,
in
fight
at-
night 220.
Yeah, but
fight
then
night
on
220.
fight night he wasn't that. No way, no how.
Yeah, I mean, you weigh in at 205, but fight night you're 220. Izzy's the
Izzy
same.
weighed in at 200, and
The
he probably
same.
fought at 200.
200.
203 maybe. Maybe he was 199.
Huge difference. It really was a huge difference. I really feel like that it was. So Vettori, the Italian Dream. There's people out there that think Vettori is going to win, and he's got a really good skill set. He really does. He's got a great skill set. He can take you down. He can take almost anyone down. He's a black belt.
He's very good.
If he can
And he's
take
strong.
if he can take Adesanya down and do it throughout the fight, he could win, but I don't see the finishes from Vettori.
No.
I see them from Adesanya, so
So let me
that-
ask you
that's
this.
why I'll pick
Let me
him.
ask you this. No, I don't even want to hear your pick yet because I want to hear your opinion on this. There's two different types of motivation coming into this fight right now. Marvin Vettori. Well, let me start with Adesanya. Adesanya, who everybody concedes is the best in that division, hands down, no questions asked. Correct? Probably one of the best fighters in the entire UFC roster, hands down, no
Oh.
questions asked. Correct?
oh yeah, fuck yeah.
If not
The biggest, if not the biggest, yeah.
So
Who else is doing it like Adesanya?
he just came off of a loss. So right now, Izzy, his whole mindset, I'm assuming, if I'm just taking myself out of Blake's body, putting myself in Adesanya to read his mind, would be, hey, I'm coming into this fight. I have lost my last fight. Wasn't in this division, but it hurt my pride.
For sure.
Hurt
for
my
sure.
pride, but I took it like a champ. And what do champs do? They take a loss, they study it, they remember everything about that loss, and then they move on with all the positives and all the negatives to the next fight, and they either capitalize. Well, they don't do anything because they're champs. They capitalize. They don't regress. They capitalize.
Hopefully.
What champs do, not what Izzy's going to do. What champs do. Now, if Izzy is truly a champ, what he's going to do is realize, hey, I have a big weakness in my game. How am I going to do the most to improve that weakness? Because it was exposed on the big stage versus Jan Blachowicz. Granted, you still have the weight factor.
It was
It's different.
It was
It's different from
exposed
division
against.
to division.
So they showed it was exposed against Marvin
It was.
because
It was.
Marvin took him down.
He was the last guy to
he
really
didn't
do that to
He
him.
didn't do anything on the ground, so the ref
Neither
stood him
did
up.
Jan.
The ref stood him up though. That's
I
the
know.
difference. So
and that's
it's,
the problem. Jan was at least more active to where he didn't get stood up. If Marvin learns, hey, body shot here, face shot here, smother for about 30 seconds, body shot here.
Yeah, you gotta
move,
work. You gotta work. You gotta
You
work.
have to work on the bottom. So his motivation right now is I'm coming off a loss. I'm going back down to the division where I absolutely reigned king. Am I going to still stay the champ or not? Marvin Vettori, on the other hand, is coming in with this type of motivation.
He's so
different kind of
hungry.
motivation. Different kind of motivation. He comes in. Only person ever, only fighter ever from the country of Italy
Oh, that man is hungry,
to
brother.
potentially
He's-
ever become. So not only is he fighting for himself, Izzy's fighting for himself at this point. Yes, you can make the case that there's 3 African champions in Adesanya, Usman, and Ngannou, but that I
That's
don't
it.
think plays as much of a part to Izzy as at this moment. Right now, Vettori has not only
It's
the rematch
who's
aspect.
Who's the champ? Who's the champ?
Is Adesanya. He's hands down unequivocally the champ. Oh. So the problem is the two different types of motivation. I want to know what you think. Which one would take precedent? You have Adesanya, who's fighting for pride and his legacy to stay the same, not for his country. Mm-hmm. You have Vettori, who's fighting for a rematch win. I need a win on this rematch because I believe I was cheated the first time. He believes he won that first one. That's up to the debaters. That's up to the haters. I don't really care. From my opinion, Adesanya still won, but I can see where the argument lies. The problem is now this is for a grandiose prize. This is for the title belt of the middleweight division.
Nothing else.
He not only is fighting for a title belt, he's not only fighting for a rematch to prove that he is better than Adesanya, he's also fighting to become the first ever Italian. He has an entire country like Conor McGregor behind him. Because he's the only one. Only true one.
Yep.
What, in your opinion, which motivation holds stronger? Which one do you think has more drive? And I'm not asking you who you think wins the fight. I'm asking you which motivation in your eyes, take these two motivations, take them out of these two fighters, put them in any other two fighters. What do you think?
If you're asking me more motivation, it's Vettori. For sure.
Exactly.
It's Vettori because Vettori is Italian. He really wants this. You can just fucking feel it.
You can feel it. The way he clenches his teeth when he talks.
He feels it.
Goes,
and he sounds so dumb, but he doesn't sound dumb.
Izzy called him a pig face, and I thought that in Marvin, he's clenching his teeth and everything.
It's like when they exchange. I don't know, because Vettori's fought really good fighters. He's fought Hermanson. He's fought he's fought Adesanya. Obviously,
he's fought Izzy.
It's the second
Hermanson.
one.
He's
so
fought Kevin Holland. He's fought
Holland. That's
Cesar Ferreira. I mean, just the names on the list.
He's just been trying to get to the belt, and now he's finally got it. And he kind of knew it was Izzy, the guy he lost to. So it is, and he's been saying it all week. It's destiny, man. This was the first UFC fight that I had was in Arizona. Now I'm fighting in Arizona, and it's for the UFC title. This is destiny for me. Marvin Vettori thinks this is destiny. And I do not blame him. Josh Frim thought it was destiny. You never know in this game, man. You never know. I do. When Marvin Vettori speaks, I have confidence in it. I do. I genuinely do have confidence.
Because
I feel it.
I feel it. It's not like a fake, like Colby Covington, like, oh, I believe in it. No.
Yeah.
It is a true, like, deep-seated belief in yourself.
And then you watch the press conference today. Adesanya has a strong belief in himself. He's trying to put on a show. He says, "I'm gonna fuck you up," and I feel like he means it. So we're 2 days out. Whenever this comes out, we're days out. So
we're gonna be one. This is coming out tomorrow. The shot on a Thursday, coming out on Friday.
Yeah, it's crazy feeling. I think it's gonna be a great fight, but. If Adesanya is one of the greatest, ever, which I feel like he's pretty close to,
I think he's in the
pretty close, then he finishes Vettori.
I think so too.
He finishes Vettori if he's not one of the greatest. If we're arguing about it, and Vettori's the first Italian champ, and you still want to be on Adesanya's side of you're one of the greatest, nah, man, Vettori finished you. So I could see a finish either way.
Okay. So let me ask you this. If Adesanya does not finish Vettori, does it speak more to a detriment of Adesanya's legacy? Or does it speak more highly, whatever the fuck? This isn't a grammatical fucking podcast. It's an MMA podcast.
If it goes to a
We've
decision.
been drinking. If Vettori wins, if he doesn't finish Vettori, Does it speak more to more detriment to Adesanya's
I can't
legacy?
see it. I cannot
Or if,
see it, man.
If Vettori doesn't get finished and possibly even wins, does it speak higher of Vettori or lesser of Adesanya?
How do you see Vettori winning? Like, realistically.
I think it'd be a lot more of a control aspect. He gets him down, takes him down.
And ground and pound? You think he's going to ground and pound
I think it's more of
Adesanya?
not a stall tactic, but I think he would use Blahowitz's similar advantage of like, hey, we can strike. And
decision.
Yeah, I think this is what it's going to be. If Vettori wins, nobody's knocked out Izzy yet. Only one time in his entire mixed martial arts career, going back to Muay Thai or kickboxing. I don't know which one it was, but he got knocked out by fucking random ass dude. Doesn't matter. I don't see Izzy getting knocked out, so I don't see him getting finished. You know what I mean? But I do see Vettori possibly crafting a game time plan that allows him to win without inflicting a whole lot of damage, just more control. That's how I would see Vettori winning. You see what I'm saying? I don't think he's going to outstrike. I don't think he's going to outstrike him. I think it would have to be by decision.
Have to be by decision if Vettori wins.
I don't think he can knock him out.
Which is very possible, right? It's very possible. There's way too many ways for Adesanya to win. His striking is too good.
And that's the danger in Adesanya's game. He
but
can knock
really,
you out with
it's
his
just
fist, he
striking.
can knock you out with his legs. It's only striking.
Yeah, he's not going to submit him.
No, not at all. He doesn't have a
maybe
game,
a decision. Maybe a decision.
That's why the ball is in Vettori's court. I don't think the ball is in Izzy's court. If Izzy wins, nobody's going to go, man, Izzy is now solidified as the greatest. If Vettori wins, people are going to go, wow, Vettori put on a fucking clinic.
And that's
he
where
would have to.
Yeah, that's where this guy's point came up. Kevin Holland was fucking up Vettori on the feet, pieced him up, and Adesanya can absolutely do the same.
Yeah.
But he felt like Kevin Holland had more power, which is what
we talked about in the Figueiredo conversation.
But who's the better striker? It's Adesanya. Obviously Adesanya. So if he can mix together strikes and mix it up well, then it's a good argument. It's a good point. You know, Kevin Holland's a great striker.
I guess my question is, I don't know if you answered it, is whose motivation is stronger, you think? Doesn't mean that's going to be the winner. I'm saying whose motivation is stronger. I think it would have to be Vettori's, right?
Vettori's motivation is stronger.
I think it would have to be. He's got a whole country behind him. It's the same thing you see with Conor
His motivation is stronger. We want to see it from Adesanya. That's why we fucking watch. We want to see that shit come out from Adesanya. You have a young up-and-comer coming against your bitch ass. Like, prove it, motherfucker. Prove it. This guy is hungry as fuck. You can't deny Vettori's not hungry, man.
The man
Vittori is so hungry,
and he's ready to fucking
so
eat.
hungry.
He's
so prove it to me,
starving in the
Adesanya. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see Adesanya quit. I don't want to see Adesanya be a bitch. This is what the fight game's about.
100%.
And he hasn't proven that maybe he's not as hungry. We've seen Vittori's very hungry, but if you are that hungry, man, prove it, motherfucker. Here, Let's go.
Right now.
Adesanya's going to win. Adesanya's going to beat you.
Pick and how.
But if you're hungry, let's go.
Pick and how. Officer buyers. Your pick right now, $1,000 on the line. Who are you going with, and how are they doing it?
I do think Adesanya is hungry, and I do think that he learned from the first fight. I think he's going to finish Vettori this time by third or fourth round. It's not going to be quick. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be third or fourth round. He's going to outpoint him, and he's going to finish him. We haven't seen Vettori be tested. If it goes to a decision, though, Vettori's going to win that. 100%.
But what's your pick?
My pick is that Adesanya finishes Marvin Vettori.
Okay, there we go. I have yet
via third round. Third round, he's going to finish.
So third round finished by Adesanya.
Yep, via third round, he's going to finish him.
Stylebender drops him, obviously, because he's not submitting him.
In the second round, then he finishes him in the third round.
Okay.
Yeah, it's easy. So
head kick punches.
There's too many many ways that Adesanya could win. Vittori has one way to win.
If I had to make a pick, do I think Vettori or Adesanya has a bigger motivation? I think Vettori has a bigger motivation. Do I think that bigger motivation is going to help Vettori fight smarter? I don't think so. Maybe. I think Vettori is so hungry that this is a very dangerous fight to bet on. But so far, I have not, besides one fight, have been let down by Adesanya. He has shown in that division he is a man amongst boys.
Well,
Paulo Costa, I think, was the closest person to.
Neither of them have lost in that division, bro.
Neither of them have lost in that division.
Vettori hasn't lost.
Marco, come in here.
Adesanya hasn't lost, bro.
So bringing into the podcast right now our boy Marco Marquez. You guys have never met Marco before. He usually is on 810 with me. We do baseball tonight together. Marco,
you're perfect timing, bro.
what's going on, brother?
What's happening? What's going on?
Oh, we are just.
What did I just walk
We're
into?
giving. You walked into the spot,
main
baby.
event, man.
You walked
The
into the
main
best
event.
place to be. So we are taking our picks for the decision for this weekend for
yeah.
Marvin Vettori versus Israel Adesanya.
I think I saw the odds on that on the Sporting Bet
Okay.
show on ESPN today.
Now, Marco is a casual MMA fan, knows what's going on. Maybe he is not as deep as we are, but
Call
he's
him
always
casual, bro. That's disrespectful.
No.
No,
I
it's
say
accurate.
I say casual in the sense of he actually gives a damn and knows what's going on.
I have to ask Blake every week, and I
Yeah.
say, I was like, "Did you win the pick'ems?" And
Yeah.
he's like, "No." Josh
Believe it or
won."
not, Marco always asks me how the fights went, or who won, or how my picks went. Usually, obviously, I beat Josh all the time in my picks because he's a horrible picker.
It's hard, man. It's a hard game out there, regardless.
So Josh just gave his pick for the Israel Adesanya Marvin Vettori fight. He picked
So did
Israel
you,
Adesanya.
too. You
I
gave your
was
pick.
about to finish my pick. I'm going Izzy. I think I'm with
Pussy,
you.
man.
I think I'm going no, because I
You
can't
were
bet
setting
against.
it up
I can't.
different.
No, I wasn't. I was setting up who has a bigger motivation, and I think Vettori does have a bigger motivation. But if I'm
Yeah.
going off of who I think is going to be the better fighter at the end of the day, I can't bet against Adesanya. It's like betting against John Jones. I've only seen Adesanya win once, and it was because he was out of his element against somebody who was 60 pounds heavier than him at the time, possibly.
That sounds like a guy that doesn't lose often.
Exactly. He took it. Adesanya had the most to lose in that situation because he was the one taking a chance going up to a bigger division to fight Jan Blachowicz. But
It was a
now
good
he's
fight,
back
too.
But now he's back down on his home. He got the perfect osmosis in that fucking
And he
division.
already fought this guy.
And he's already fought him. But that'll be also the test. How does Izzy fight against somebody this is the first time Israel Adesanya, Marco, has ever fought somebody he's fought before. He's never faced somebody twice. This is the first time ever.
Wow.
There's no rhyme or reason to this game, you know. It's just
Dude, it's all over the place.
you've heard of
right now.
Israel Adesanya, probably. You know, like
Yeah, just now actually, it's kind of crazy.
wow.
That's how. Yeah, see, I'm
And that's and you question
casual
my
would be a
use
too
of
much.
casual fan.
I'm Italian. Marvin Vettori is Italian. He's
Ooh.
challenging for the title this weekend.
The confliction.
They've already fought.
Mhm.
Adesanya, great striking, you know, like you can tag him up on the feet.
Okay.
Vettori's got great wrestling. He could take you down and kind of beat you up, hold you there.
That sounds like a kind of an equal match then. Sort
It's
of.
very
It's-
equal, and
it's-
they've already
It's
fought.
an oil and vinegar type match in the sense of they're not compatible, but they are because their differences complement each other's weaknesses.
And so they already fought one time. The first fight was split decision. Adesanya, the striker,
Yeah.
beat him up a little bit more.
It went to decision.
How long was it? How long ago was that?
It was 3 years ago.
Were they a
3 years
different?
ago?
Were they in a different weight
Nope.
class?
Nope,
Okay.
same.
Weight class.
Okay.
We're not
This
changing
was
nothing.
Vettori's first fight or second fight in the UFC. I don't remember what it was
Both
in
of
the
them.
UFC. They
Both
were
of them. Same thing.
No,
Same
I'm
team.
saying when they first fought each other.
Yeah, probably both of their first or second year. It was.
So they were
they're
both young,
new.
dumb, full of cum.
What?
Anyway.
Pause, man. Chill.
Yeah,
You're not
pause.
that guy.
Chill.
You're
Take
not that guy.
out. We're cutting that one out. Anyway,
No, we're not. You're not that guy.
leaving that in there. Okay.
So we just need to know, Marco, like who is not that guy?
if
Who
you
is not that guy?
Italian
You got to make
or
a pick.
African, which one are you choosing?
Whoa.
He's
Both. Whoever has the best walkout, honestly. Who has the?
Ooh, okay.
Can we go with that?
I like
So
that.
you'll know that night my decision after they get into the ring.
Okay, so whoever we consider has the best walkout would be his pick.
It's gonna be Israel.
I was gonna say Israel usually
Israel
has
has
awesome walkouts.
Great walkouts. He's the only one that's been ingenuity or what's it called? Innovative.
Boom.
Ingenuity.
Yeah, has
Yeah.
ingenuity.
Sounds
but
like
he
a
is
car
innovative.
commercial.
He
for
did
new
some
car.
cartwheels and shit.
The
This isn't
ingenuity,
WWE,
the
man.
innovativeness, BMW.
What's his name? What's his fight name? Does he have a fight name?
Who is he?
Stylebender.
The last
Wow.
Stylebender.
The last Stylebender.
Come on. How do I wouldn't accept a fight against someone, even if it's like someone who's not even like in the UFC.
He's got to be cousins
that
to
type
the
of
last
name's
Airbender.
intimidating.
Versus the Italian Dream. That's it, right?
So the reason that this is
This match sounds
we're bringing
heavenly.
you in, so we're gonna kind of go over a couple different things we've already obviously mentioned with some of our fans, but it's. Do you fight when you have the whole country behind you to be the first one ever from your country? Does that give you more motivation than just being one of the best?
He's
Like,
saying
if
who has
you-
more motivation. It's like
But the motivation
it doesn't
is,
necessarily matter.
I know that doesn't matter. I know I'm putting a lot on something, but like I think it does play a part when you're fighting for your country and you're fighting to be the best.
Any of them fighting for a woman's heart?
Oh God, that's a good. See, I'm glad Marco came on. That's a great question. Are any of them fighting to get some pussy?
I don't.
Hold on, no. There's a difference between the
Yeah,
heart
a
and the
woman's
pussy.
heart.
Let me,
A woman's
let me
heart,
run it back.
you
Is
dick.
anybody fighting out here with a token of a fair maiden's love? Do they have a handkerchief? Do they have a bonnet from over the sea?
I
Maybe
don't
we don't
think-
know about it. Maybe we'll know after the fight.
I don't. Off the top of my head, neither of them
I don't
have
think either
have
of
a
them
have
like
a woman.
Oh wait, what? No,
Adesanya probably has, maybe a woman,
a
but
gaggle of
Vettori-
females.
Vettori would probably have a love.
Vittori's
'Cause he
Italian.
loves
They
this
love
game,
deeper.
man.
Frank Sinatra, of course. Duh.
Whatever, man. You're not Italian.
Do you think? Hey, do you think Vittori's gonna walk out to Frank Sinatra?
Has he before?
I don't think so.
I don't know. You give me your pick, Blake.
My pick's Israel Adesanya.
By via.
5th round, at the latest, by finish.
It goes 5 rounds.
It
doesn't
goes 5 rounds.
Yeah.
You're gonna say 5th round finish?
No, I'm saying 5th round finish. Yeah,
Okay,
of course
okay,
it goes
yeah.
fucking 5 rounds, but I don't think he's gonna go all 5 rounds. He's gonna get to the 5th round, but I think he's gonna wear him down so
On the
much and finish him in the 5th round.
It's not a terrible.
I think it's gonna be a really good fight. I think it's gonna be fucking balls to the walls.
Okay.
Well, here's a question.
Okay.
Who's the best at countering?
Izzy.
Izzy.
There you go. Because if they're both going to be on the floor.
Izzy's not that great on the floor though. That's the problem.
That's where he lost his last fight. So
But I don't
Izzy,
think Marvin's so strong that Izzy can't get up.
So-
Jan just weighed too much. He
Yeah,
couldn't get
Izzy
up under Jan.
went up to 205 because he wanted to be double champ. There's only been how many double champs in the UFC? There's
3.
been 2, 3.
Amanda Nunes,
DC.
Conor McGregor. Oh, there's been 4 then.
DC.
Oh wait, no, there's only been 3. Conor McGregor, DC,
DC.
Amanda Nunes. Has there been another one?
Maybe.
No, Khabib wasn't.
Shevchenko. No, not Shevchenko.
I think it's only 3.
This is the main event for the fight Saturday.
263, yeah, on Saturday.
263.
John Jones. No.
John Jones has never been a double champ.
No.
I think there's only been 3 double champs ever.
Wow.
So this guy.
No. What
There's,
is
there's 4. There's 4.
what
We're
was
just missing someone.
Ngannou? Did Ngannou do double? Was he a light heavyweight ever?
No, Ngannou's big as fuck.
Yeah,
He's a heavyweight.
massive. 6'4", 250.
Yeah, he's just massive out there.
Adesanya went up to 205. He's a
Uh-huh.
185 pounder, and he weighed in for that fight at 200. He did not give a fuck. He just didn't care. I'm gonna weigh in at 200. I'm gonna fight you at 205. He lost via decision. Didn't get worked or anything like that.
Gotcha.
He's coming back down to his normal weight division, 185, where he claims to reign.
Oh, we are very wrong.
He claims to reign.
Ooh.
And now he's fighting Vettori, who he already fought. He already fought this guy, and it was a split decision. So one judge had Vettori winning, 2 judges had Adesanya winning, and that was 3 years ago. So they're fighting again on Saturday night. So it just makes you question who do you go to? Adesanya is a big guy.
You really got to
good
pull
guy.
out all your UFC knowledge onto this one,
I think
all
you-
the hypothesis.
I think
like,
you do.
You got to have every conversation about this fight, from the walkout, the weigh-in, especially. Dang, mentioning that.
I like your use of the walkout. I think that does play a
Dude,
big
Well, they had a press conference tonight. I don't think it's very hostile. I
think it is. Did you watch their Michael Bisping interview? They do not fucking like each other.
Vettori, they saw him in person. Vettori saw him in person, and he said, "What's up, friend?" He said, "I'm not your friend, bitch." You're like,
And Izzy is also an amazing trash talker.
yeah. The next day, he sees him. He's like, "All right, I'm not gonna call you friend. I'm gonna call you little bitch.
Little bitch.
Little boy. Little boy. I'm going to call you little boy when I see you.
It's a drastic change. Wow, little boy.
Little boy.
Dang.
Just
That's a
disrespectful.
double
I'm gonna call you little
entendre.
boy. I can't imagine. So it's
Dang.
there's bad blood for this main event. Adesanya has kind of been the champ. He's been tested. He's been experienced. If you're going to pick someone, it's probably Adesanya. Vettori doesn't have it.
Cejudo.
So
Henry Triple C.
Cejudo. Yeah.
I was
Cejudo.
like, dude, I know we're forgetting somebody.
Henry Cejudo. He was the Olympic champ. He was the bantamweight champ. He was the flyweight champ. Triple C.
Wow.
Triple C. You don't
Wow.
know Triple C?
Daniel Cormier, Amanda Nunes, Henry Cejudo, and Conor McGregor.
Talk about knowing how to control your diet.
That's 4 people.
That's 4 people.
That's 4 people.
When's my cousin Julian Marquez get back on the ring?
Let's go, man. He's fighting
Is that actually your cousin?
No.
Oh,
I
I
just
was
like tell people.
Marco Marquez, Julian Marquez, Cuban Missile Crisis, Cuban Missile
yeah,
Situation over here.
that's JM.
You've just now granted yourself a new nickname for when we get on Baseball Tonight. Spinning the dials, running the 1s and 2s, the Cuban Missile Situation, not the crisis, but the Cuban Missile Situation. Marco Marquez.
You're gonna. First of all, I'm Mexican, and you're gonna scare. You're gonna scare a lot of the older listeners on the show
Fuck
who
'em.
listen to tune in.
I don't give a damn. This is a new era. We're running shit. The young guns over here.
You're
It's
gonna make
me,
them crap their
JB
diapers.
Briscoe, Sterling Holmes,
Oh,
Young
man.
Guns, Ali Trust.
Tripping.
All right, Brad Porter. He kept calling.
Tripping, man. You're Brad Porter, man.
Hey, I'm Brad Porter. Welcome to WHB.
That's you, man. You're Brad Porter,
You think
man.
I'm Brad Porter?
Yeah, man.
I think I couldn't hold Brad Porter's jockstrap.
You couldn't?
Well, not when it comes to Kansas City knowledge.
No.
Brad Porter is an encyclopedia of history from Kansas City sports.
You want
All
him-
the way down, like high school sports especially.
Yeah.
This is so off fucking topic for what we're talking about, but if you guys know who
Hey, you
Brad
invited
Porter
the
is,
non-UFC viewer.
dude, that's okay, dude. I don't
It's
give a
easy,
damn.
man. Like, how many NBA players are from the Metro? I know
A
that.
lot.
Yeah.
Believe it or
It's
not.
like 4.
I know at least.
And he knows that. So,
Well, he knows that. He knows all the greatest high school players ever. He knows all
Yeah.
the. Dude, he knows everything. Anyway, Brad Porter would pick Israel Adesanya in this fight if he knew a goddamn thing about fighting, but he doesn't. But if he did, he's that guy.
you feel like a Vettori guy, man.
You look like Marvin
You
Vettori's
look like a
sidekick.
Vittori guy.
You look like Officer Vettori.
I'm Italian, man. So if I
know.
were to
So I
pick
can't
someone,
believe that you're trading your own country to pick Adesanya.
Listen,
You're a traitor.
you want me to pick at Vittori?
You can suck this sauce and meatballs, dude. You can suck my limp noodle.
Chill.
No comeback from Josh on that one.
A spaghetti noodle or a pool noodle?
He's a
Either
noodle
Either way, they're
kind
both
of guy.
limp.
Yes.
He's a noodle guy, man.
I think a
He's-
pool noodle's
he's
a little
very
harder.
noodly.
I think a pool noodle is to a spaghetti noodle in the sense that a pool noodle looks like it took Cialis, like the off-brand Viagra. Like it's kind of hard, but it's still a little limp.
It's crazy, man. Adesanya is a reason why we do this show, but also Marvin Vettori is a kind of a beast, you know,
Yeah.
kind of a beast. So
You guys sound like a split
Final
decision.
pick: Israel Adesanya. Finish in the 5th round. That's Blake's take.
But then tomorrow I got Adesanya too. What you
Adesanya.
got?
You have
I'll pick the
Adesanya.
Italian. I'll pick the Italian. I'll go odd out here.
Vettori.
All
I have a
right.
I have a feeling he's
That's
gonna have
what
a better
I like to
walkout.
hear.
I have a
He's
feeling.
picking the pick. I can't say, but I want to pick.
We've got the TikTok versus YouTubers tomorrow as well.
TikTok
Are
versus
you
pick.
watching
Oh, wait.
it? Are you
Wait,
watching
that's
it?
tomorrow?
It's tomorrow. Are you
Oh,
watching it?
shit.
Come on, man.
Yes. Duh. Are you kidding? TikTok,
Bryce Hall versus Austin
TikTok
McBroom.
on the clock. About
Do you-
to turn
do you
your
have an
speakers
opinion
up
on this?
tonight.
Wait, what?
Do you have an Austin McBroom or Bryce Hall? Do you have an opinion on this event or anything?
Bryce Hall. Bryce Hall. I have no idea. Is he the TikTok?
No, I think you just combined their
He's the
names. I don't
TikToker.
know.
Oh, he's
the
gonna lose.
TikToker.
Wait, who's who? Brian McBroom?
Austin McBroom.
Austin
YouTubers,
McBroom.
YouTubers are undefeated right now.
He's
except
got a
they just
family
got-
YouTube
YouTubers are
channel.
undefeated. Well, no, KSI is beaten, but is he
KSI's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
He
Jesus
was
Christ,
in the
man.
TikTok era, wanted to be YouTube.
I don't know Taylor Holder. You know who Taylor Holder
No, I don't give a
is.
damn about these fucking gay boys. I
don't know
I don't know
TH.
who they
You
are.
got to, man.
No, I don't.
What do we? Yeah, you do.
No, well,
This
well,
is happening
dude, you
tomorrow,
just
man.
ruined it. We didn't even cover the Mayweather fight, but we will maybe.
I don't.
know.
That was
Hold my
shitty.
mic. It was so
That
shit,
was
dude.
shit.
It was so shit. I didn't even. Also, who holds a fight at 8 p.m.?
Bryce Hall versus Austin McBroom. Who you got?
Big Broom, obviously. Duh. I don't know who they are.
It's a good pick. It's a good pick.
No idea who they are.
Mine wasn't good, apparently. He looked at me and
I have
shot.
no idea who these motherfuckers
You got a
are.
50-50 shot, so.
You don't. They're entertainment people, and they're crossing over into the boxing realm. So that it's tomorrow. Where was Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather? Hard Rock Stadium. Where is this event? Hard Rock Stadium.
Wow.
So it obviously holds some weight, right?
So it's the battle of the Hard Rocks. Hard as a rock battle.
They're gonna be
Largest
hard,
cup
and they're gonna
wins.
fight.
Large-
They're gonna box. So, yeah.
Well, there you have it. Adesanya, majority 2-1 over Marcos Vettori. It's gonna be a good fight. Gonna be one for the ages. I'm glad, Marco. Thank you for joining us on
this
the
was
last
fun.
little segment. I know you were just working. You just got off work, so you're double timing it today. I appreciate it.
No, I'm glad you guys stopped me because I totally forgot to get my B-dubs left over in the fridge.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you
This
don't
is
want
perfect.
you don't want to leave your wings in the fridge. You have wing. What sauce did you go with?
Habanero.
Mango habanero.
mango
God,
habanero.
that's so good.
Honey barbecue and buffalo. Buffalo, obviously.
This is a man
Mild
of
or Parmesan
taste.
garlic.
Really?
Nice.
Okay.
That's a good one, too.
I'm usually a traditional kind of guy, but I also love mango habanero. One of my favorites.
Strong.
You heard it here. That's Marco Marquez, the Cuban Missile situation. Even though he's Mexican. That's Josh Beasy Byers, Officer Byers in the building. I'm Blake Schneiders. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Beat Cut. 3,